This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it's 6:53. Time to get you ready for your Monday here in the morning sprint.
Olivia Roberts has new COVID restrictions for people in Washington, and Destiny Richards is live at Cole's Bakery and Cafe.
But first, we go straight to Mark Peterson, tracking the high wind warning for much of the inland Northwest today.
Blustery is going to be an understatement. In our First Alert Weather, and that First Alert Weather app, again, free and available, the high wind warning starting at 2 to 10, but it's going to be windy getting there as well. We've had winds to 25 already, and that wind forecast has things really firing up about 10, 11 o'clock, and that's going to take us through the afternoon. So again, expecting to see some power outages, some issues with the trees being blown over. We are going to definitely be on the lookout. We'll have an extended look at the forecast coming up.
Justin in the newsroom, new vaccination numbers from Washington State University show 94% of its employees are now vaccinated against COVID-19. The university employs 10,000 people. 4% have received either religious or medical exemptions. The remaining 2% have started the vaccination process and are on leave until they're considered fully vaccinated.
New COVID restrictions for people going to large indoor and outdoor events in Washington go into effect today. That means for the next concert or sporting event you attend, you'll likely need your vaccine card or proof of a negative COVID test. Now, here's where this applies. Upcoming indoor events with more than 1,000 people and outdoor events with 10,000 or more people. You don't have to worry about the requirement at grocery stores, shopping malls, religious services, or any event happening at a K-12 school. There will be several ways companies and venues will verify your vaccination status. They can ask to see the card you received at your vaccine appointment, a photo of that card, a printed certificate, or a screenshot of the card on myirmobile.com. Proof of a negative COVID test taken within 72 hours of the event will also be accepted.
And new this morning, a Seattle deputy fire chief missing for nearly 2 weeks in eastern Washington has been found dead. According to the Kittitas County Sheriff, Jay Schreckengost's body was found in the mountains near Cliffdale, about half a mile from where his pickup truck was parked on the day he went hunting. He'd gone scouting for elk November 2nd and did not return as expected. More than 60 agencies committed thousands of man-hours to search for Schreckengost. The county coroner will confirm his cause of death.
Well, all of the Spokane public libraries have been closed since Saturday. They received concerning threats Friday night on social media and decided to keep their branches closed while police investigate. The Spokane Police Department says the threats were made at an unidentified library location. Most library locations are listed as being scheduled to reopen this morning, but that status could change.
Millions of U.S. families are set to receive their latest monthly child tax credit payment today. Eligible families can receive up to $3,600 for each child under the age of 6 and up to $3,000 for each child ages 6 through 17. This could be the last payment if Congress doesn't act. The tax credit was created as part of the coronavirus relief package, only in effect for 2021.
This morning, we've been live at Cole's Bakery and Cafe talking about their Thanksgiving menu. They have all sorts of things for your Thanksgiving feast, including vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, keto options as well. Everything is gluten-free, but those other options are still available as well, from sides to desserts to your main dishes. So you can go to our website, kxy.com. We have an article up right now with a link to order before November 20th. We also have an article that has all the list of places around the inland Northwest where you can order your Thanksgiving meal.
New this morning, it's back to work for the Idaho Legislature. Lawmakers just reconvened their regular session this morning, which started back in January. GOP leaders want to pass new legislation responding to the Biden administration's proposed COVID vaccine requirements, but that's not the only legislation in the works. This morning's first meeting agenda shows a total of 29 proposed bills covering everything from school content standards to prohibiting mask mandates.
And breaking news this morning, former Trump advisor Steve Bannon has been taken into federal custody on contempt of Congress charges. Bannon is expected to appear in court later today. He will be there to answer questions about his knowledge of the January 6th insurrection, something he's repeatedly refused to do despite a subpoena. That refusal led to him being charged with contempt of Congress, which could come with a minimum 30 days and maximum 1 year in jail for each of the 2 counts against him.
Wisconsin on edge this morning, preparing for potential unrest as the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial draws to a close. Closing arguments begin today as 500 National Guard troops head to Kenosha on the governor's orders. Rittenhouse is on trial for shooting 3 people, killing 2 of them during protests in the city. After the police shooting of Jacob Blake, jury deliberations could begin. this afternoon. We're back with a final check of weather coming up after this.